हेलो गाइस, वेलकम ऑल ऑफ यू ऑन माय यूट्यूब चैनल। कल से हमने गेट 2021 के लिए टेस्ट सीरीज शुरू किया है। आप सभी ने थर्मोडायनेमिक्स का टेस्ट अटेंड किया रहेगा। आज हम थर्मोडायनेमिक्स टेस्ट का सॉल्यूशन देखने वाले हैं। ओके, तो अगर आपको ये टेस्ट सीरीज अच्छी लगी है तो आप कमेंट करना मत भूलिएगा। इसके बाद हम हर एक सब्जेक्ट के लिए टेस्ट सीरीज शुरू करेंगे। तो लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ सॉल्यूशन फर्स्ट। जो भी क्वेश्चन है कल के टेस्ट सीरीज के, आप उसका वीडियो भी देख सकते हो और आप उस टेस्ट सीरीज को अटेंड भी कर सकते हो और बाद में ये वीडियो देख सकते हो। और जिन लोगों को साथ में चाहिए तो आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में, इस वीडियो के नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में जो भी क्वेश्चन है उनकी पीडीएफ मिल जाएगी। ओके, तो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन था द डेफिनेशन ऑफ 1 केल्विन एज पर द इंटरनेशनली एक्सेप्टेड टेम्परेचर स्केल इज। सो व्हाट दे आस्क, the definition of 1 Kelvin. Yes, for 1 Kelvin, the question number 1 Kelvin is nothing but how much? So from that 1 Kelvin is nothing but 1 by 273.16, that of the triple point of water. Yes, so the answer is D option, 1 by 273.16 of the triple point of water. So that is the definition. Okay, so option D is right for question 1. Yes, it is very easy question for 1 mark. Now second question. Okay, we will move for second question, and that is, so you can check your answers. And second question is a 50 watt electric bulb was switched on. Okay, आपके स्क्रीन के ऊपर क्वेश्चन दिखाई दे रहा होगा, आप वहां से भी सॉल्व कर सकते हो। A 50 watt electric bulb was switched on. So the given data, 50 watt of electric bulb switched on in a room that is 2 by 3 into 3. Okay, 2 meter into 3 meter into 3 meter. So that is nothing but your volume of the room. Yes, so 18 meter cube is the volume. Yes, thermally insulated room. Yes, that room is thermally insulated, so heat is not going to be transferred outside. Okay, that is the meaning of thermally insulated. Having temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. So temperature is given, the room temperature 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, at the end of 24 hours will be. So what they ask, the temperature at the temperature of the room at the end of 24 hours will be. So we need to calculate this. So let's see. First, you know that heat, that is nothing but mCV dt, mCV delta T. So why we are going to use this CV at a constant volume, specific heat at a constant volume. And how to calculate that mass? We know density is equal to mass by volume. So you can easily replace that mass is nothing but density into volume, and you can use the density of air. Okay, inside room you can use the density of air, that is nothing but 1.2 kg meter cube. Okay, so density of air you can use that. Then the T2, that temperature difference we have to find out. What will be the your temperature T2 when your bulb is going to be blow. Okay, and after 24 hours what will be the temperature inside in the room, that you have to find out. Yes, so that is nothing but T2. Okay, T1 is given here, so just put the values. We have given this heat in watt, 20 watt is equal to, okay, M, that is nothing but, how we can replace that mass? M is nothing but density into volume. This is density and volume is nothing but, what is 3 to the 6, 6 3 the 18. So that is your mass. Okay, 1.2 into 18 into, so what is the value for CV, specific heat at a constant volume? That is nothing but 0.718. Okay, into dt, and dt is nothing but your T2 minus that of the T1. Okay, that is CV value, okay, 1.2, that is in kg, this is kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So we have to convert that watt in kilojoule, okay, that is joule per second, okay. So we have to convert that watt into kilowatt, okay. So conversion of watt into kilowatt, you need to divide that is by 1000, okay. That then and then only you will get this is in kilowatt, okay. Now for 24 hours, after 24 hours we need to calculate, okay. So look at here, we need to do after 24 hours. So here it is 50 divided by 1000 into after 24 hours means you need to convert that hours into second. 1 hour is equal to 3600 seconds. So 24 hours is equal to 24 into 3600, and as this all data will be remain same, 18 into 0.718. Here it is T2 minus that of T1. T1 you can put the value of T1 as 273 plus 20, 293 Kelvin, and from there you will get the answer of T2 in Kelvin as T2 in Kelvin. After solving this simplification, you will get 710.82 Kelvin. What they ask? You ask the answer in degree Celsius. So just minus 273 from answer, you will get 437 point how much 82 that degree Celsius. That is the answer. Okay. Just remember here unit conversion. Okay. Once you did the unit conversion, you will get the answer here 437 degrees Celsius. Okay. So what is the answer? Answer for that question number 2 is 437.82 degrees Celsius, option D. Now question number 3. Question number 3, steam at initial enthalpy of 2200 kilojoule per kg. So initial enthalpy is given, H1 is equal to 200, what is that? Kilojoule. 200 kilojoule per kg is given. Inlet velocity at 200 meter per second. So V1 is given as 200 meter per second. Yes. Next, enters an insulated horizontal nozzle. So nozzle is given, that is insulated. So what is meaning of insulated? Heat transfer is not possible. The outside heat transfer is not possible. Okay. It leaves the nozzle at 400 meter per second. So that is velocity at exit. Velocity at exit, that is 400 meter per second. This data is given. Okay. Then the exit enthalpy in kilojoule per kg. So what they ask? The simple meaning of exit enthalpy in kilojoule per kg. Very simple question. Okay. Just you have to apply steady flow energy equation for nozzle. Okay. And remember that nozzle is insulated. So how to apply the steady flow energy equation? H1 plus V1 square by 2000. Okay. Unit conversion is most important. So that's why we are divided by 1000 is equal to H2 plus V2 square by 2000. So just simplify and you will get enthalpy at exit. Okay, put the values. This is 200 plus V1 square, again 200 square divided by 2000 is equal to H2 is unknown plus V2. What is value of V2? 400. Exit velocity is higher, divided by 2000. Why it is higher? Because at nozzle, okay, nozzle exit velocity is higher than inlet velocity. So after the calculation you will get H2 as, okay, what we will get H2 as? Answer for H2 just simplified, I think it is 140 kilojoule per kg. 140 kilojoule per kg. So numerical attempted value, just put the value as 140. So this is the answer for question number 3, just for 2 marks. Very easy question. Now next, question number 4. Now question number 4, again new concept, or that concept is based on entropy. Okay, for entropy that question number 4 is based. So let's see what is question. 1 kg of air, so mass is given 1 kg and R gas constant 287 joule per kg Kelvin undergoes irreversible process between equilibrium states. So state 1 and state 2 is given. Okay, state 1 के लिए क्या दिया है? आपके लिए 40 डिग्री सेल्सियस दिया हुआ है, टेम्परेचर 1 एंड वॉल्यूम भी दिया है 0.9 मीटर क्यूब. ओके, फॉर स्टेट 2 व्हाट इज द गिवन फॉर स्टेट 2? लुक एट दैट, 40 degree Celsius again, and volume is given for state 2 0.6 meter cube. Okay, 1 kg. Mass is given as 1 kg. Next, R is given as 287 joule per kg Kelvin. Okay, that values are given. Now what to do? The change in entropy that in joule per kg Kelvin is asked. So change in entropy is nothing but S2 minus S1 is equal to mCp ln T2 by T1 minus R ln V2 by V1, sorry, plus R ln V2 by V1. That is the simplified formula for entropy. Just remember that formula and you can apply here. You will get answer. Here look at the temperature T1 and temperature T2. So both are same. So what is meaning of that? T1 is equal to T2 is equal to 40 degree Celsius. That is isothermal process. Temperature is same. So what is the meaning of isothermal? So ln of that will goes to 0. So mass is again 1 kg. So what is remaining over here? Simplified, just S2 minus S1 is equal to mass is 1 kg. 1 kg. So what is remaining? R ln V2 by V1. Okay. Just simplified it. You will get the answer as, I think R value is 287 log of V2 0.6 that of V1 0.9. So you will get answer change in entropy. You will get answer is minus 116.36 joule per kg Kelvin. That is your change in entropy S2 minus S1, and this is your answer for that. Okay. Don't forget that minus sign. If you put the plus sign, you will get wrong mark. You will get negative marks. No, sorry. This is numerical attempted question. That will not going to be a negative. But remember, minus sign is there. Okay. Just put the minus answer. Now next question, question number 5. Okay. For question number 5. So question number 5. Okay. So question number 5 is very easy, but I will tell you two methods for that. You can solve by any one method. Okay, so let's see a source at temperature of 500 Kelvin. Source. Okay, so source at temperature is given as 500 Kelvin. Okay, that's okay. Again here, what is given? Source at a temperature of 500 Kelvin provides 1000 kilojoule of heat. Okay, provides 1000 kilojoule of heat. That is a 1000 kilojoule. That is nothing but Q1. Here it is your Q2, and that is nothing but heat engine. Okay, 1000 kilojoule of heat. The temperature of environment is 27 degree Celsius. So what is 27 degree Celsius? Convert that degree Celsius into Kelvin. 300 Kelvin we will get here. Okay. The maximum useful work in kilojoule that can be obtained from the heat sources. So what does maximum work? Yes, maximum work that can be obtained. So W max, we need to calculate W max. Maximum useful work, that is nothing but available energy or exergy. Simple available energy or exergy. Maximum amount of useful work that can be extracted from the system. Okay, so we have efficiency is nothing but work done upon heat supplied. Yes, and how to find out work done? Work done is nothing but your Q1 minus Q2 divided by heat supply again Q1. Okay, look at the signs. Q1 inside आ रहा है, W बाहर जा रहा है और Q2 भी बाहर जा रहा है. साइन कन्वेंशन से भी ले सकते हो आप. तो वर्क डन क्या हो जाएगा? Q1 minus Q2 और हीट सप्लाई इज Q1. सो यहाँ से हमें, लेकिन हमें इफिशियंसी दिया हुआ है क्या? नहीं. हम इफिशियंसी टेम्परेचर से निकाल सकते हैं. 1 minus T2 by T1. ओके, एंड व्हाट इज T2? T2 is 300 divided by 500 T1. सो यहाँ पे आपको इफिशियंसी मिलेगा 1 minus 3 by 5, that is nothing but 0.4. you will get the efficiency as 0.4. Okay, just put that efficiency over here. What we will get, 0.4 is equal to what is Q1. Q1 is given as 1000 minus Q2 divided by 1000. यहाँ से आपको Q2 मिलेगा, कितना आ रहा है Q2? Q2 आपको मिलेगा, अगर ये 40% है मतलब 1000 का 40 600 आ जाएगा यहाँ पे, 600 किलो जूल Q2. Okay, then what is maximum amount of useful work? So W max is nothing but Q1 minus Q2. Q1 minus Q2. So कितना आ रहा है यहाँ पे? Q1 1000, Q2 600. आपको आंसर मिलेगा 400 किलो जूल. That is your W max. So this is your method first, or you can apply method second. Okay, so for method second, simple formula. If you remember the formula, then you can apply method second. Otherwise, this is the standard procedure to find out the efficiency. Then put that efficiency in regular formula. You will get the answer. Now for W max, that is nothing but maximum amount of useful work or loss of available energy. You can use the loss of available energy formula. That is W max is equal to Q T naught T1 minus T2 divided by T1 dot T2. And what is here? Ambient temperature is equal to 300 Kelvin for both. So these will get cancelled. So what is remaining here? Q T1 minus T2 divided by T1. So what is Q 1000 T1 minus T2 divided by 500. So what is here? From here also you will get 400. That is nothing but W max kilojoule. So either you can use method 1 or you can use method 2. This will save your time, method 2. But don't forget here, ambient temperature is your final temperature, and that is the maximum amount of useful work getting from the system. That is nothing but loss of available energy or amount of exergy. Okay, so this is all about the test series of thermodynamics, and if you like it, just subscribe our channel, and from here onwards we will take the test series on new subjects. So thank you very much.